Fleeting Joy. Prologue. Dying to Live. Monday, the 4th of September, 2034. Skye had only one memory of her great-grandma. Despite being 94 and needing a cane, she never dressed down. Her accent was likewise unwavering, holding fast onto its Jamaican origins even after 60 years in England. In the memory, she wore a red dress and adorned herself with pearls. Skye was 4 and had been sitting on the carpet, quietly playing with a teddy bear as her parents shared tea with her great-grandma. A pair of hands clapped, startling Skye into the conversation. For no reason, great-grandma shook her clasped palms. Her bulging veins networked over her wrists like mole tunnels. Skye's mom set a hand on her chest. No. Don't scare Grace, Nan, Papa said in a hushed tone. You still won't believe me, great-grandma said, as if wounded. Never said that. I know Grandpa got stabbed by his cousin. The cousin did have a demon. Great-grandma tapped her index finger against her forehead. He twitched and talked funny. He hanged himself. All the demon's doing. Nan, please. Papa looked to Skye, who sat wide-eyed. There are no such things as demons. Mama gave Papa a tap on the forearm. You cannot assume to know everything, Samuel. I saw it, great-grandma insisted. I saw it. A decade later, Skye would think back to the memory as she helped her Auntie Marina care for Papa. His limbs twitched and jolted against his will. His words had become disorganized and sometimes indecipherable. And he would get angry. He would yell and punch walls and himself and once even Skye's stomach. He had been so mellow just a few years ago, but something belligerent had possessed him. It was no demon. It was Huntington's disease, and sometimes Skye wondered if a long-dead relative who had stabbed her great-grandpa had been afflicted with the same illness. A hereditary disease, Huntington's could take up to 20 years to down a person. Symptoms could come about at any point in one's life. The risk depends on what genetic smoothie the biological parents imparted upon their child. CAG is the string of letters in DNA that matters in Huntington's. It's fine if a person has 1 CAG or 2 CAG or even 30. It's when you hit 40 repeats that you're in trouble. And the more repeats a person has, the sooner the disease would enter their lives. Her father had passed away in the late summer of 2034, having jumped to his death instead of trudging on for a couple more years. Skye was 22, and she hoped that she was completely free of the horror of this disease. So she got tested for it. The results showed that she had 50 CAGs, giving her a 50-50 chance that her symptoms would already manifest by her late 20s. She'd lose her limbs and her voice. She'd lose her independence. And only after 2 decades of suffering would she lose her life. Unless something else killed her first. Skye sat with her arms folded over herself in the doctor's office as she listened to Dr. Olya Almasi go through the next steps. Therapy, support groups, a healthy lifestyle, what all the NHS would cover until she rolled into her grave. It sounded like palliative care because that's what it was, really. Care for Huntington's patients starts long before symptoms come along, Dr. Almasi said in a light Scottish accent. She had these doleful brown eyes that shone as if she were always close to tears, even when smiling. And that care starts with you becoming your own advocate. Skye's face was a stone wall. It's okay to be in shock. The doctor reached to rub Skye's shoulder. Again, stone. All Skye was thinking of was what her closest friend, Nixie, had told her a week earlier. There was a way out, a type of cure, but it would require her to die. Fleeting Joy is a novel that will have its chapters published weekly on Substack, beginning on the 20th of June 2026. Subscribe to the Substack to keep up to date and also read the story for free.